My name is Matt McCarthy. I am married. Back off, whores! Oh, just back off with the whores! Oh, God! To here with the whores! Oh, I wish I could put my wedding band on my middle finger so you whores would get the message. Seats taken! Nah! I am married. We have a baby. I have a little 2-year-old son at home. Thank you. It's strange. I've learned a lot. I even just learned a lot during the pregnancy. This is interesting. Pregnancy makes women horny. Did you know that? That's true. That's scientifically true. My wife would say to me things like, Matt, the baby's kicking. Come feel it. No lower. ah. Grow up. You're somebody's mom. Grow up. That's how we got in this mess. What are you doing? Put it away. Mom. Yeah, he's 2. He just turned 2 in November. Our birthdays, we almost had the same birthday. Our birthdays are 3 days apart. His original due date was going to be on my actual birthday. So that's really exciting to know I had sex on the same day as my parents, and I carry that with me. What a fun fact to know. Oh, math. It'll reveal a lot. There's something in the air and the stars late in February that makes McCarthy men do it. Let my son be born in November. So I'm in charge of a person. I gotta tell this kid what to do, tell him what not to do. I gotta tell him not to do drugs. That's awkward. Because of all the drugs that I've done. And I'm talking about drugs, too. Drug is not just smoking weed. Smoking weed, that's just putting keys in the car. I'm talking drug is with a Z. Drugs. I always enjoyed mushrooms. That was always one of my absolute favorite drugs to do. I think my advice to my son would be, don't do them alone. More of a group activity. Why don't you share the experience with your peers? Man, every time I go to do mushrooms alone, I put the bucket down the well, and I'm like, oh no, the well's dry again. Maybe I'm not going to freak out this time. And I pull up the bucket, and it's a snake, and it's trying to eat me. I've done mushrooms by myself too many times. Did you know that once is too many times? Slow learner. There was one time I took mushrooms. I stood in my bedroom with all the lights off, and for 45 minutes I stared at the floor, and all I could think about was how disappointed my parents would be if they could see what I was doing. That's a waste of $60. I don't care what you do for a living. Be reasonable. That wasn't even the worst time I had doing mushrooms. The worst time I had doing mushrooms, I was at the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival in the middle of a field in Tennessee, 101-degree weather. I took the mushrooms. As soon as they kicked in, my brain said, hey, you're on mushrooms. And then my body said, you have to poop so bad. So I get in line for the porta potties. It's 101 degrees outside of the porta potties. Inside, oh, we're pushing a $1.09, $1.10 easily. So I get inside, miserable, pouring sweat. 15 minutes, I could still read my watch. 15 minutes into trying to remember how to wipe my bum. Out loud, I shouted, why is this going so badly? I had completely forgotten I was on drugs. And as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, oh, that's right, you're on mushrooms. That's what's happening. You don't live in this tiny, hot, smelly room. You can leave anytime you want. You just have to remember how to wipe your bum. And suddenly I remembered how to do it. So if you have a problem, say it out loud. The universe will help you. These are just parenting tips. These are free. You can just incorporate them into your own childhood's rearing. Yeah, so I'm working on being a good dad. I'm really trying to be a good husband. I've really come to terms with just how selfish I am. Just outrageously selfish, you know? And I'm trying to let go of all of that. Here's a great example. I'm sitting in my apartment. My wife comes in with the baby and she says, Matt, we're going to go to Target. Do you want to go to Target with us? And I said, yes. I would love to go to Target with my family. I'm going to be an amazing dad. I'm going to be an amazing husband. Let's all go to Target together. So she's like, great. I'll go out to the car. I'll put the baby in the car seat. You meet us outside. I'm like, awesome. Let me throw on some shoes. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll meet you guys outside. They go outside. I go in the bathroom, and I decide, well, this is the perfect time to masturbate. So I take out my internet telephone, and I start watching a pornographic video. Have you guys seen the internet? Somebody's got to do something about these pornographic videos. They're everywhere. We should write a letter. So I watch a pornographic video, and there's no sound on it, but do you really need sound? Am I lost in the plot? Well, who are these people? Next. No. So I enjoy the pornographic video. I put the phone away. I get out of the bathroom. I start putting my coat on, and I get a text from my wife. And she says, so you're Bluetooth connected to the car? So we're going to go to Target without you. And guys, I'm on her side. So now when I decide to masturbate, I turn off the Bluetooth on my phone. That's the first thing I do. And the second thing I do is I make sure my family isn't waiting in the car outside. You see how when you start considering other people, the world opens up. So there you go. I've been busy. I've been being a dad. I've been being a husband. I've been being an amazing comedian. I had jury duty. That was a lot of fun. I didn't even have jury duty. I just went down to the courthouse and sat there all day and didn't get picked. None of us got picked. It was like the perfect scenario for jury duty, which meant that I got to hear everyone's lame excuse to hear if they were exempt from jury duty. The woman running the session, she'd heard it all before. So highlights include, but are not limited to, the guy directly behind me, immediately right behind me. He goes, yeah, I'm on trial right now for domestic violence. Do I gotta be here? You ever want to turn around so badly but don't? Just like... So I didn't get a good look at him, girls. He's still out there. Watch out. Woman running the session, she'd heard it all before. She goes, no, only if you've been convicted of a felony. Only if you've been convicted of a felony. I'm not kidding. A guy on the other side of the room, his hand shoots up and he goes, what if you have a felony pending? So, learning a lot about each other today. My favorite was a woman in the middle of the room. She goes, yeah, what if you can't understand English good? Like, ooh, ace in the hole, right? Woman ran the session, she'd heard it all before. She goes, are you a citizen? Yes. Then you took an English exam to become a citizen, you understand it fine. The 56-year-old Mexican woman sitting next to me turns to me and goes, so we're best friends. We poke each other on Facebook. That's my Facebook right there. I realized I forgot to tell you about the best time I had on mushrooms. See, this goes to show, don't do a ton of mushrooms. You forget to, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because there's good times and bad times. Here was the best time I had on mushrooms. Me and two friends went camping. Me and my friend Steve did mushrooms. And our friend John was like, oh, mushrooms, those are stupid. I'm going to pass out. So he drinks a bottle of whiskey and he passes out. in front of a raging fire. Did I mention the raging fire? There was a raging fire, and now the two dinkuses on mushrooms are the responsible ones. So, as soon as the mushrooms kicked in, my buddy Steve, he grabbed me by both shoulders and he goes, I think we need to separate. And then he ran into the darkness. So there I am, alone, in the woods, in the dark, tripping on mushrooms, in front of a raging fire, and a dead body. That's a dead body. That used to be my friend John, and now it's a dead body. It's evidence. I have to get rid of the evidence. They're going to pin it on me. I better push the evidence into the fire. And then I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. I think this is one of those bad ideas. So I try to calm down. I look up to the skies, hopefully to see UFOs. I'm not kidding. I see the dead comedian, Bill Hicks, form in the clouds above me and soar over my head. And then my buddy Steve comes running back from the darkness. He goes, McCarthy, I just had a conversation with the color orange. So we both met our heroes. Good times on drugs. You know, it should have been with the other mushroom stories, but it was still killer shit, man. I'm still killing. I love watching TV. Been watching a lot of TV. I love commercials on TV. My favorite commercial is the lawyer commercial, where the guy keeps saying mesothelioma over and over again. That's just a hoot. Honest to God, every time that commercial comes on, I genuinely expect the guy to say, mesothelioma horny. Mesothelioma horny, baby. That's would lighten the mood, I think. You know? We're trying to save some lives. My favorite show on TV is pro wrestling. Anybody here like pro wrestling? That's the icy cold response I've come to expect asking that question. I love it. I absolutely love it. Some people don't understand why I love it so much. Somebody said to me, Matt, why don't you explain to me why you love pro wrestling so much? And I said, oh, should I explain sunsets to you while I'm at it? Shall I explain the concept of justice to you? They're like, Matt, you like pro wrestling. Do you like MMA? I'm like, no, I don't like MMA. Why would I want to watch them actually hurt each other? What am I, an asshole? And then I got to deal with guys like Joe Rogan being like, oh, MMA's way better than pro wrestling. Why would I watch a fake fight when I can watch a real one? I don't know, Joe. Why would I watch news radio when I can listen to news on the fucking radio? Explain that one to me, Brogan. With your ayahuasca. So I've come up with some retorts and responses for my fellow pro wrestling fans when people put them down. A lot of people put me down for watching pro wrestling. And so I want you to be able to take these and incorporate them into your own lives. Maybe you're a wrestling fan, maybe you know a wrestling fan, maybe you'll become a wrestling fan someday and you'll understand what I'm saying. The most common things I get as a wrestling fan are, oh, it's fake, it's gay, it was better when I was 12. I'll address those one at a time. But I mean, if you could just shut it down quickly, just shut it down quickly. You know, you're fake, you're gay, you were better when you were 12. Yeah. It'll be correct in every instance. But, pro wrestling is fake. Oh, you're the guy that figured it out? I read about you in history class. Wow. Nancy Drew solves another one. Look at you. You figured it out. Pro wrestling isn't a legitimate sport. Good God almighty. What's your favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show? Oh, it's fake. Everything. It's all fake. Everybody excited about Game of Thrones coming back in 8 years? It's fake. What are you talking about? Oh, dragons. Get the... Everything on TV is fake. Every movie is fake. Especially documentaries are fake. Every play you've ever seen is fake. Every play you ever read is fake. Every play that Shakespeare ever wrote is fake. Shakespeare is fake. Columbus discovering America, making friends with the Indians. Your whole world is bullshit. So might I suggest WrestleMania? That's what I think. Oh, pro wrestling, that's gay. Oh, homophobia, that's a hate crime. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. Somebody actually said to me once, they're like, oh, pro wrestling, that's like the gayest thing ever. I'm like, clearly you've never seen two penises touching, because for my money, if we're going pure gayness, I think it would be two penises touching. And end to end, like the penises are kissing with their little penis lips, just like, oh, that's just gay as it gets. And slowly, like spaceships about to crash into each other, just two erect penises in spaces. Oh, that's, leave Hulk Hogan out of it. That's got to be the winner. But my absolute favorite is, pro wrestling. It was better when I was 12. Again, dude, you were better when you were 12, okay? And try to find that lonely little 12-year-old inside of you, the sad inner child, the one sitting in the corner crying, saying, why won't you let me watch wrestling anymore? It's better now than ever, but I'm missing it because you're so worried about what other people think about you. Hey, guys, do you want to know what other people think about you? Nothing. Nothing. Do you want to know why? Because they're too worried, wondering what you're thinking about them. You see? It's a sickness we all have. There's no time to judge other people. We're all too terrified. So my idea is be who you are, like what you like, and never worry. That is what pro wrestling means to me. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. I'm Matt McCarthy.